Sounds, letters, words, dialogue, conversation, conversations with ourselves, conversations with each other, conversations with God. Conversations are central to our everyday lives. Regents is a story of 3 conversations: exploration, journeying together, and action. Exploration is an ignited imagination, discovering purple where you thought you'd find red or blue, trying to put words to the indescribable.
Exploration at Regents for me is all about getting to know God more. It's about using the grounds at college to think about God more, to ponder on what I've learnt in lectures and in devotions and in prayer times, and to really grapple with who God is. It's about using my imagination to go on this adventure with God, to learn more about Him and to allow Him to change me.
Regents is also about journeying together. It's letting our theology play out on the platform of everyday life, forging new depth of relationship. I forgive you, and I'm forgiven.
For me, it's not just about the lectures and going to the chapel and the weekly meetings, but then there's also the coffee breaks and the lunch times where you just sit down and just share food together, or being in people's rooms and just talking about everything and nothing, just sharing about your disappointments, your highs and your lows, the things that you don't feel so good about, the community of just being together. I think that's what community at Regents is all about.
Regents is about purposeful learning, applying what we have learnt and putting it into action.
I am a project coordinator for Greater Manchester Community Chaplaincy. It's work that supports men and women who are in prison and who are then being released back into our communities. You know, we've got some great stories of guys who have committed the most horrendous crimes, and yet we have seen them come to faith in Jesus. And they've just gone on to change, and they've gone on to repair their broken marriages and their broken relationships with their children.
I'm the senior pastor here at the Christian Life Centre in South Birmingham, which is an affiliated Elim church. I think being at Bible College shaped my calling, my sense of who I am. I think it made me realise that there's this big wide world that God has, and it wasn't just about building a church, but it was building church that could make a difference in its community. I can't ever overestimate the significance those 3 years had in my life in the preparation for ministry.
何もそれ自体が実践されない、それが自分の人生に反映されない。
I'm a pastor of a Japanese church in Ealing, which my wife and me planted in September 2009. But this vision is from God when I was in the Regents, because there's not many Japanese churches in Europe. There are 200, 300 Japanese churches in the US, but only 30 to 40 in Europe. I thought that I need to plant one Japanese church in London.
I'm currently training to be an RE teacher in Northfield School. That's in the northeast of England. I believe that while I'm here, I'm living out the gospel message. We've got to see that everything is spiritual. Just the way I walk down the corridor and relate to the students, it's a sacred act. It's an act of worship. The other side of what I'm doing is that I'm planting a new church, pioneering a new work in an area called Grangetown, which is in Middlesbrough. I'm doing that with my wife Katie, my daughter Lily, and also my good friend Mark Hubbard, who also trained at Regents.
At Regents, we would love you to be a part of these conversations. We'd love you to explore, to journey with us, and to act for the transformation of society. If you would like to be a part of that conversation, then please contact our admissions office for more information. Pick up a prospectus, check us out online at www.regents-tc.ac.uk, or why not get a taster of Regents life by joining us on a Just Looking or Just Glancing day.